What's up everyone, this is Danial Khan from Afghanistan and today is the 9th of November and with a very heavy heart I am leaving Afghanistan today and I'm heading to my country, my homeland, Pakistan. We're in Kandahar at the moment. This whole month has been just amazing in Afghanistan. I'm leaving now, so I'll show you the way from Kandahar to the Chaman border. So right before we were about to move, the tire got punctured. I don't know whether it's a good or a bad omen, but I think that Afghanistan doesn't want me to leave. So we've stopped here somewhere on the main highway that connects Kandahar to Spin Boldak border. It says Spin Boldak is about 79 kilometers from this point. We finally found a shop, a tire repair shop. I wanted to leave early. We left at around 5:30, but unfortunately punctured tire. But hopefully the road is really good. We're hoping to get there in about 45 minutes. It's about 7 o'clock now and hoping to get to the border by 8 o'clock so that we're the first ones to cross it. I've heard there is a lot of crowd gathered at the border. We'll see what happens when we get there. So we've finally reached Spin Boldak and we're heading towards the border, the zero line. Now that we're here, I can see a lot of cargo trucks, shipping containers loaded on these 18-wheelers and we're slowly moving towards the border. I don't know how the procedure is, how long it's going to take of exiting, but I can see the gate now and I hope I can shoot a little bit inside the immigration area to show you how convenient or inconvenient it is. So this is the situation at the Spin Boldak Chaman border. We've just arrived. We're crossing the zero line and I can see thousands of people here. The longest queue of cargo trucks, shipping containers, and we are about to exit. So it's very inconvenient. We're still trying to figure out how to get out. There were about 5,000 to 6,000 people at the main exit gate. They didn't have valid passports. They were only carrying their Afghan IDs. Now we're going from the other side, from the opposite side, where the people are exiting from Pakistani side. We're going to try and get in from there. So we've taken the short way. We found some contacts and came in, and now the immigration process is going to take another 10 to 15 minutes and then we're going to cross over like we crossed over from Torkham. Also, I have seen people who have come to the border on ambulances. The Taliban are being very helpful to them. They're given special access to the immigration area for to get their visas and get access into Pakistan. So but for many things are not that convenient. We have been very fortunate because it would have taken, I've spoken to the people here, they're saying it takes at least 6 to 7 hours and many people have been staying here for many days. So we finally got our exit and now we are leaving for the zero line. So finally, we have crossed the zero line. I couldn't shoot anything there because of security reasons, and it took us about 2.5 hours to come into Pakistan. It was a big hassle. No one knew what we were doing, and it was absolutely crazy. But finally, we have come in Pakistan, inside Pakistan. There were about this person was telling me, who's in charge of the other side. He said there are about 10 to 15,000 people at the moment, and trying to come into Pakistan. It was a chaotic scene. We were stuck there. We did not know the procedure, who to meet and how to get the exit. And it's a long walk towards the taxi stand. We're walking. Everyone is here. So we're almost there. I think we've walked about 2 miles. It's a very, very long walk. And thankfully we got hold of this man who's taking our stuff on the cart. Otherwise, it would have been impossible for us to carry all this stuff. It's absolutely chaotic. As you can see, there are a lot of people also going back to Afghanistan. They're exiting Pakistan, but not as are entering Pakistan. So, but one thing that I've seen is that the Pakistani side has managed the immigration process quite well. It was a very disciplined kind of a thing. We made a line and there was a queue and everything was very organized. But when we were exiting from the Afghan side, it was not that way. It was very chaotic. Thousands of people. There was no discipline, and they were just jumping on each other. I got some shots because they asked me not to shoot it because they had their families, and according to the customs and traditions of the Pashtuns, they don't allow their women to be photographed. Finally, out of all the hassle and chaos, we've come out and we're in the car inside Pakistan going to Quetta. We're in Chaman at the moment. It's going to take us about 3 hours. It has indeed been a lovely, lovely journey. I'll talk more about it before signing off. All the places we visited in Afghanistan. But right now, some time lapse from Chaman to Quetta. We're crossing the Kojak Pass now. It's a mountainous area. Ears are blocked. Boys are happy to be home. पाकिस्तान पहुंच के कैसा आप लोगों को महसूस हो रहा है?
बहुत अच्छा मजेदार
आसिफ शर्मा रहा है. Asif is blushing. So we've arrived here at the airport, but unfortunately we're half an hour late, so I couldn't catch my flight, and I've booked the ticket for tomorrow morning, and we'll be heading to Islamabad at about 10:30 in the morning. Hopefully we'll catch the flight then, and I'll catch you there. This is me signing off from Quetta. I'll catch you tomorrow morning. Goodbye. We are on our way to the airport. It's 10th November. We stayed one night in Quetta and off to the airport. I have the ticket. I hope we get the flight. Finally, we are getting on the plane. It's an hour and a half flight, so I hope it's not that turbulent.
हम आपको इस्लामाबाद के एयरपोर्ट पर खुशामदीद कहते हैं, जहाँ बाहर का दर्जे हरारत 24 डिग्री सेल्सियस है। जहाज के मुकम्मल रुक जाने के बाद आप अपनी सीट से उठ सकते हैं। बलाई खाने खोलते वक्त खास ख्याल रखें, वरना सामान गिरने से आप और आपके मुसाफिरों को चोट लगने का खतरा है।
Feels really good to be back home. Just landed in Islamabad. थोड़ी स्माइल ही कर दे भाई वापस पहुंच। You know, this last month, the whole 30 days, I had almost forgotten how it felt like while driving on a smooth motorway or a paved road, because all those roads back in Afghanistan quite tricky, and you know, everyone who's watching this who lives in a developed country or a developing country is blessed and should be thankful, because I've seen a lot of things in Afghanistan that you might never know how people live there, what conditions they live in. So you should always be very grateful for everything that you have, the country that you're living in, the facilities that you have, and that's all I think, I guess. Finally, we are home. Let's go and see what's up. Hello, my wife and my boss. Oh, buddy. How have you been?
Fine. Not very fine. Not very good.
Did you miss me?
Yes. No more.
Did you look after your mother?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, good. Say here, I'm coming in a bit, okay?
Okay.
Such a blessing being back home. Finally back to the place where we started. There's no light. So I'll just round up my visit to Afghanistan. This is where we started off a month ago. It's been 30 days. It has been a roller coaster ride. Been to almost 10 provinces around Afghanistan. We started off with Nangarhar, and then we went to Kabul, and then to Parwan, then to Bamyan, and from Bamyan we went to Ghazni to Hilman to Kandahar to Spin Buldak and back to Pakistan. Stayed a day in Quetta because we missed our flight, but finally we're home. And for 30 days I lived with these people. I stayed a couple of days with the Taliban. I stayed at their homes. I stayed at the homes of people, the common Afghan people. And even though they didn't have anything to offer, but they gave us whatever they could. Their neighbors, they brought food, and I just wanted to stay with them and feel what they feel. And honestly, in these last 30 days, I don't know, this trip is going to stay with me for the rest of my life. I will never forget, and I will never stop praying for the Afghans. They are innocent people. 40 million Afghan, they need the world's help, and the whole world needs to help them come out of their miseries and their pains. I'm going to conclude by saying that it has been a very, very huge, big learning experience for me as a journalist, as a human. I've learned so much in Afghanistan. Because before going, we had a lot of apprehensions, a lot of, misconceptions in our mind about how, things are going to be. And, there's going to be terrorism. And the moment we stepped in that country, everything was fine. We went around the whole country without any security. It was peaceful. Yes, there were these pockets of attacks that we heard about here and there, but not something big that every day there was a news in the past that something big had happened and so many people had lost their lives. Nothing like that happened. We went without security, moved around at almost half of the country. So at the end, all I want to say is that the country is in need of great help. People are living in very, very poor conditions, and they do not have anything. They don't have homes. We are blessed to have homes. We are blessed to have a roof on our head, food to eat. Their children, their grandparents, their grandchildren, their families have lost their lives in this pointless war of 20 years. Let's go back 40 years. 40 years that country has been living in a state of war. So time has come for peace. The world should give a chance, for the people of Afghanistan to build their country, and they need the help of the whole world. I've seen ravages of war. I've been to so many places. There was no infrastructure. The world needs to help the Afghans rebuild their country. And I feel that once peace comes, prosperity will follow. This is my last video from this wonderful tour. And keep watching CGTN. There are a couple of documentaries on their way. And this is Danial Khan signing off. Goodbye, good luck, and see you on our next venture. Bye-bye.